Hello viewers, this is behind the scenes for April Fool's 2026, the Lakewood box fan video. This is kind of a sick joke. This is being done in an effort to make light of what happened to Ed, and I did talk to him before making this video to make sure that he thought this was funny as well, because I could certainly see how somebody would think that this is not funny, because what happened is really quite sad and disappointing, but he got a good laugh out of it, and he actually said that, you know, we should really drag it out, and like, I'll put this video up and then he'll make a video saying, oh, I can't believe it was him, and then, you know, kind of go at it for a while. But we're not going to take it that far, but I am going to film this, and you know, we'll just kind of make a joke out of it, because at some point, if you let this stuff just be too serious, you'll go crazy over it. So what I'm going to do is, I have this 223 that I happen to want to take apart for cleaning and servicing anyways, although it's kind of a wash, because I'm going to take it apart and then put it back together. I have to take it apart again anyways. But what I'm going to do is, this is the same model fan that he got scammed out of. So I'm going to take this apart, and I'm going to remove the blade and the motor, and I'm going to start the video with the fan empty. And then I'm going to I'm going to say that I got a replacement blade and motor, and I'm going to kind of like skirt around where I got it from and then install it. And so for some people, this video is not going to make any sense if you don't, know the context. But if you know the context, hopefully you can get a little bit of humor out of it. If not, well, I'll pick a different video to watch then. So this one's never been apart, so at least not that I know of. So the blade might be really stuck on there, and this might actually foil my plan here. You know what? All these screws are so loose. I wonder if that's why this was vibrating. Of course, I've waited until today is March 30th to film this. I should have filmed this. Well, actually, I couldn't have filmed this video too much earlier because this just happened, but I should have filmed this earlier on in case there's a problem. Fortunately, there does not seem to be a problem. This is coming off. It's just taking a little bit of effort. Okay. So we're going to have to detach the wires from the switch, which is something I don't normally like to do, but we have to do it in this particular case. I better write down the ordering of the way it goes, otherwise we'll never get the speeds right again, because it's not like there's thousands and thousands of these fans out there still to reference. Okay, so it goes blue, oh sorry, blue, red, and white, and the black is on the top left. The black. Okay. Okay. So I've got the information saved. Now I'm getting better at taking these switches off. I used to really always have a problem doing this, but I'm getting better at it. So hopefully I can get this out without any difficulty. Which I'm going to use these, because this is very thin. And that's what you need. You need to get something very thin to push in there to release the it's like a one-way grab. Yeah, I'm getting better at this. It's like this, and you push the wire in and it goes open. No, it's the other way. It's like this. And you push the wire in, it goes under and lifts this up, but it won't pull back out. Okay, so we've got the motor removed, or the wiring removed. Now we just have to detach the motor. Actually, are these screws? They're just the default. Yeah, they're just the default, whatever that is. Wow, that's really quite rusted. This was stored in a very harsh environment. Okay. I wonder if we should stick the blade back on there just to make it look like I really have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Like a ceiling fan, people uninstall a ceiling fan with the stinking blade still attached. We'll pull one of those here. All right. We actually did not. Do we have to? Yeah, we have to take the back guard off. No, I'll slip it back on, and I'll just put, a couple screws in. I'm not going to put all the screws in. It's a waste of time. The whole video is kind of a waste of time. We're not accomplishing anything here. You always want to find the original threads on that and reuse them, as opposed to just letting it self-tap a new hole. I just thought of something funny. Maybe what I'll do is I'll turn this on and I'll complain about it not working very well, and I'll say that that's why I decided to replace the blade in the motor. Alright, so now we have a blank. This is probably giving Ed some PTSD. This is a blank. This is so stupid. Here's a blank 223. So, yeah, here we go. I'll turn this camera on and I will film. I'll film testing this out, and then I will have to somehow discuss the blade situation. This is so bad. Oh man. I'm not good at scripting videos, so I'm probably going to screw this up 15 times before I can actually get it right. Hello viewers, here is a Lakewood 223 box, the Fian. This Oh man, this is going to take a lot of editing to get this one right. This is a 3rd generation Fian, and ever since I've got this, it just doesn't seem to move a lot of air. So we'll test this out here and see how it's working as of now. So that's the high, and I just don't really feel a lot of airflow. So I figure what I should do is we should probably replace the blade in the motor because so I think that the blade in the motor must have broke. So I went on eBay. No, I can't say that. I had to really dodge around this. How am I going to dodge around that? I have to find a combination. I have to say enough to connect the two situations, but I don't want to give it away directly either. How should we word this? I think that the blades and the motor broke. So I've been spending a lot of time searching for a replacement blade and a motor, and I really haven't been able to find any that were sold separately. But I was able to buy a whole blade and a whole motor, but it came with some other parts that I really didn't need, but that's okay. So I have here a new blade and a new motor because the other one was broken. Oh no. So we're gonna put this new blade and this new motor in there. It's in really good condition too. It looks like somebody has just recently fully restored that blade and the motor. The blade is so clean, it even looks like somebody might have cleaned it with melamine foam or the Mrs. Filthy Stupid Eraser. Okay, so we're gonna mount the motor into the Fian, and we'll leave the blade attached because that's just the best way to do it. So here's the nails, and they're just like the default, whatever this is called. Screw it. Default, here we go. Oh gosh, it's going to spin in the wrong direction. Stupid. Alright, there we go. It's working better now that I turn it to the tightening direction. So you always want to over tighten these screws so that the threads strip out, because then it won't work anymore. Okay, the blades are in place. Now we'll put the cord on. And fortunately, I wrote down where it goes. It goes red and white. Red. Get in there, stupid. Come on. What the heck? Red and white. Okay, all the parts are back in the switch. The new parts are in the switch, and we'll open these little tabs here to help the wire get stuck into the blade and damaged. Never want to secure those in place because then it might not get caught in the blade. Okay, now we'll on the guards. I think this one goes in the front. I don't know why the cord is like that now. The cord didn't come out the top before, but now it's coming out the top. That's kind of peculiar. I wonder if the blades in the motor were the wrong ones. I think that might be the problem. Maybe the blades in the motor were not an exact fit. Gee, I don't know why they're not the exact fit. They came off the same make and model. Fiend. Alright, now we'll put the back cord on because it's dangerous. I think it goes like that. Alright, that's secure enough. Now let's shut it on. Let's see if it works any better now with the new blades and motor. Yeah, it does. It works a little better now. It's kind of noisy, but it does work. It moves more air. Oh, there we go. I definitely think that there's something wrong with the way the cord is. I just thought that it used to come out the back before, but now it comes out the front. But oh well, it's working now, so that's great. And it didn't even cost anything either. Alright. Now I'm not going to bother undoing this now because I actually want to clean and service this to use it soon, so I'm not worried about the fact that it's totally screwed up because I'm going to be taking it apart soon anyways. But what I will do is I will put the screws inside there so that they get lost. And I'll just put this over here for now. I might even work on that tomorrow, perhaps. Okay, so that's the explanation behind that one. Oh man.